Today on The Young and the Restless is Tuesday, May 7, 2024. Jordan gives in and drinks when Cole questions Victor and Victoria makes a proposition to Claire. Editors have independently selected all of the goods and services that are listed. On the other hand, soaps.com might get paid a commission for orders made through its retail links, and the retailer might get some data that can be audited for bookkeeping purposes. Jack says hello to Nick at Crimson Lights and inquires about his mother. Nick reports that when Victor dropped her off at the rehab, she appeared anxious but resolute. Jack believes she can succeed. Nick informs Jack of what transpired. He said you hit up your old dealer for some pills after you've had a drink with her. Is stating his mother the only reason, he wonders. Jack claims that Nikki gave up and he would have done anything at that point. Nick finds it absurd, but since his mother is in treatment, he won't pass judgment. Are you alright? Jack is adamant that he will not go back into the rabbit hole. Nick is going to believe what he says. He feels appreciative of what he did for Nikki. Jack believes Victor doesn't feel the same way about him. According to Nick, he doesn't. Jack surmises that he despises him more than before. Nick informs Jack that he should be honoring his father. It went approximately as smoothly as one could anticipate. When Jack discovered them together, he acknowledges it wasn't pretty. He doesn't mind if Victor holds him accountable for Nikki's safety. Nick thinks he might change his mind. The truce with Victor was good while it lasted, but Jack smirks that it never felt quite right. Nick is still hopeful that his father would change. Jack believes he's underestimated his father's capacity for resentment. Jack is assured by Nick that he has his back always. Jack had already withstood Victor's fury. Victor visits Claire at the tackhouse to see how she's doing. When Cole shows up, he tells her that he's spending time with his daughter. Victor inquires about Claire's well-being and her true emotions following the ordeal her aunt inflicted upon her. He adds the family is here to support her in any way they can. Victor hears Claire say it hasn't been simple. Last night she dreamed of the storage container. Now that she truly has her family, the thought of losing that, Cole apologizes for his aunt's success in reaching her. I couldn't have kept you safe. Claire assures her father that he did not fail. Jordan is an evil person. Was a monster. She wants to stop wasting time worrying about her. Claire tells Victor she'll be alright. We'll see to it, says Victor, nodding. Claire hopes they will locate Jordan's body quickly. Victor imagines that she must be in the middle of Lake Michigan by now. He tells Claire to stop thinking about her for another minute. Victor inquires, are you moving in? After observing Cole spending a lot of time at the property. Cole answers, no, with awkwardness. Victor begs Claire to give them some alone to talk. Victor inquires, has something changed regarding Cole's relationship with Victoria after she leaves? Sally inquires about Adam's video call with Connor while he is at his house. Adam claims that initially, it was difficult. He talked a lot and felt somewhat helpless about what to say and what not to say. However, Connor seems more self-assured and appears to be responding to the treatment. Along with setting limits, he has educated them on concepts like disassociation. He is aware of his intense desire to recover. Adam feels like he's watching. Connor, as Sally notes, feels in control. That's encouraging. It seems to Adam that his son is growing up without him. He's going to leave me here. Sally lets out a sigh. Sally believes that his anxieties are a typical response. Adam believes he is acting self-servingly. Sally believes it's acceptable to feel afraid and overwhelmed. When it should be about his son, Adam murmurs that he is to blame. Sally advises him to give himself a moment of grace. She is meant to be his compass. She draws near to him. Adam claims he's already spent enough time with her, but he can't imagine living without her. He can tell her everything, even things he can't tell anyone else, according to Sally. So that he can be there for his son, she will be there for him. They share a kiss. Chelsea shows Billy on her phone at Society that she now receives daily updates from Connor's staff. She is completely devoted to them. Billy is aware of her son's absence. All Chelsea wants to do is hold him and check on him. She continues talking about how she has to watch Adam's actions and how she is always dubbing herself so she doesn't put Connor behind. As Ms. Abbott, Ashley's alter ego enters the club. She informs Alan that she hopes she hasn't kept him waiting too long. Alan remembers how last night she was more interested in having fun than doing business, and she uses her finger to call for a waiter. Alan is told curtly that there will be no more of that by Ms. Abbott. She appears to be less at ease with him than before, according to Alan. Ms. Abbott apologizes for being improper with him. Alan begs her to give him a tour of some of Genoa City's attractions. Ms. Abbott yells that he is there as a psychologist, not as her friend. Don't belittle me. Last night, I made light of it, but I want it to stop since I don't enjoy it. Alan is perplexed as Ashley previously requested assistance. At this moment, he observes that she is confrontational. Ms. Abbott expresses discomfort and laments that her siblings believe she is insane. Tracy reportedly told Alan that she was terrified of what was happening to her. Is that not accurate? Ms. Abbott claims to be all right. Alan informs him that because they are being honest. I'm not sure that you're fine at all, Ashley. He observes that she has had a significant shift in attitude since yesterday night. She now has a strange quality about her. She puts the champagne to blame. Alan is adamant that she has changed greatly today. Because she doesn't feel like playing today, Ms. Abbott doesn't want him to take offense. Where does that leave them? Alan thinks. Ms. Abbott doesn't think he should remain in the city. Jordan hollers for Victor in her cell and plays up for his camera. She assures him that she won't drink herself to death as she looks at the vodka bottle. Neither Nikki nor any of them can match her strength. Hey, how about you ask me what my poison is? Perhaps I will even tell you. At the very least, she shouts out for someone to join her for a drink. I'm not going to die here by myself. After making love, Adam and Sally are lounging on the couch at his house. She puts up with him and makes him so glad that she is there. He is angry that his foolishness caused them to lose time. Sally believes that for them to know they wanted to be together, they had to be apart. Through their sorrow and rage, they developed and learned. They've improved as a squad tremendously. I'm confident you two will overcome this with Connor. Adam must struggle to control his want to react. That seems like a wise first move to Sally. He talks about spending the weekend with Connor and Chelsea. The physicians believe he's prepared. Though Chelsea seemed afraid, he seems all for it. Sally questions whether she's simply understanding things in a different way. Adam is concerned that she may slip once more. He is asked to pledge to believe more in himself and in Chelsea by Sally. You two underestimate your strength. Chelsea assures Billy at Society that Adam is a wonderful parent and will work things out. Billy commends her for being receptive to that. Billy is told by Chelsea what a wonderful partner he has been. Billy aspires to help her since he loves her. Anything you require. She gives him a kiss. When Victoria gets to Crimson Lights, she gives Jack a hug and welcomes the group and her mother. Nick greets her upon her return. Jack is relieved to see her unharmed, and they talk about her relationship with Harrison. Jack wishes Kyle and Summer to find a babysitter that shares her level of connection with him. According to Victoria, Claire ought to put her hat in the ring. She and Harrison get along so well. Though Claire can't imagine a better position, she doesn't think Summer would accept it. Nick is informed by Victoria that Summer has a bad attitude about her cousin. Nick believes that the kidnapping didn't help her acclimate to having a new family member and that she is having trouble adjusting. Jack offers to talk to Summer and Kyle before leaving. It's time to focus on the future, Claire says to Victoria with a smile. Alan feels as though Ashley is attempting to push him away in the club dining room. She believes he ought to go to this conference. Safe travels, she snarls before storming off. Cole informs Victor that he and Victoria had gotten back in touch at the tackhouse. Does Victor not approve, he wonders. Victor says he appreciates the way he looks to be guarding Victoria and Claire. Cole adores them both a great deal. Victor is happy to learn that, as long as they are content, Cole is pleased to stay. However, he wants Victor to be open and honest with him regarding his aunt's passing and her plunge into the river. Is there anything that we are unaware of? Jordan is in the jail when she suddenly becomes itchy and yells, "Victor, stop it. Please no spiders." "All right," she says, glancing at the vodka. Just a single sip. After unscrewing the cap, she takes a sip. Chelsea tells Billy at Society that she needs a bit more guidance because he's so kind and encouraging. According to the doctors, Connor might be ready for a visit, so this weekend is when she plans to travel. Billy queries why she's merely thinking. Chelsea is concerned about reversing his gains. Billy tells her not to overthink things and to pay attention to the physicians. Well, let's accept your response. Chelsea gives a nod. Connor appears more powerful. Billy believes that this is a necessary step in the three of them getting well. They share a kiss. Diane is at the Abbott mansion, staring at a picture of herself and Jack. She puts it down as he enters. He asks her how she's doing while passing her a coffee. Diane is doing well. Harrison slept off as they read together. They both agree that they must tell him he's safe. Diane queries Jack's emotional state. A change of location, he believes, was helpful. I understand you were angry. Diane winces, saying, Jack, you spent the entire night in a hotel room with Nikki Newman. Additionally, as a recovering addict, you took pills. According to Jack, it was deliberate. Diane yells that it remains just as deadly. What will it take to put this fury behind him? Jack wonders. At that moment, Ashley's doppelganger enters and makes fun of them for skirting her. Jack inquires about Alan. According to Ms. Abbott, their attempt to plot against her and psychoanalyze her was unsuccessful, and he is returning overseas. Jack disputes that they were planning an attack on her. He believes Alan ought to remain longer. He hears Ms. Abbott say, That's just tough, Jack. Jack tells her that she is not feeling well. She will get the support she needs from this family, whatever it requires. Adam welcomes Billy and Chelsea inside once they arrive at his house. Adam queries whether Connor has experienced any recent events. Chelsea wants to let him know what decision she made. Adam requests that Sally stay, but she excuses herself. I want to go visit Connor, declares Chelsea. If going together makes sense for you, I believe we should go. Adam queries her certainty. He says they can accomplish this. Chelsea cautions that they must maintain their composure. Adam responds, obviously. Connor deserves and needs that. Victor informs Cole at the tackhouse that everyone is aware of every detail pertaining to Jordan. Cole feels certain that this is a deception, as if he is attempting to shield them from harm. Victor is adamant that she has passed away. So, give up worrying. In her cell, Jordan curls up on her cot with the bottle of vodka and swats madly at phantom spiders.